Why is this not working? Oh, it is working. Never mind. Literally trolling. Sorry guys, no face cam today. I woke up very late. Oh, thank you on the 1K subs. Yeah, we finally hit it this morning. Or we hit it yesterday. Sorry, not this morning. What to watch today? Is everything up after hours? Yeah. Nvidia truly is a stock that never falls. The mic have the filter? Yeah, it does. Why is market's about to open? This puts ES around what? See, for whatever reason, if it's squished down like this on this computer, it works better. Or this monitor. Like, I don't know. Oh. We're 4980 SPX. Good morning, guys. Let's see. What am I missing? I woke up like 5 minutes ago, so my brain is not functioning right now. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I wonder if this just rips down. NQ didn't stay in that same level. So we have... There's technically this. So there's technically this. And then ES has the same thing. This worries me. I think we could pretty much project from here. Low volume node plus fib. We'll see what the data says it open. 5,000 Gex flip. Alright, no, I wouldn't go for this setup. Or sorry, 5,000 divergence. You know what's crazy is yesterday on stream we ran the what's it called? The aggregate data. You guys remember it? And it showed like 5,000 being ginormous. Yeah, we'll wait. Let the data settle out. All right. I sometimes hate having all this stuff on there. We'll flip back to this. Hmm. Hmm. I think it wants 5,000 today. Anyways, let's mark these GEX levels. Horizontal line. I wouldn't trade the fibs on ES today just because there's a big GEX divergence at 5,000. So I think it's leaning more towards the upside today. GEX divergence. 49.85 is AOI. Oh yeah, what the hell? Long puts at 5,000. Interesting. Well, currently rejecting the AOI as of right now, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's currently AOI. Negative 5,000. Negative exposure. $49.50 as well. Okay. I think that's it for labels today. Look at delta on footprint. Holy giga positive off the open. Yeah, very positive off open. Interesting. Once again, we'll wait it out. I'm leaning more towards a bullish bias today, I want to say. However, we do have this gap fill, so more of a, not really bullish, but I guess more neutral today. We kind of talked about it yesterday with PMI on Friday. So wild PA. Gap fill. So yeah, neutral bias today for sure. I don't know. Look at this. filters, edit filters. Damn, 2 positive deltas. Okay, kind of just waiting, right? Oh, we've already moved 10 points on ES. Excuse me. Sorry guys, this is the first time in a while where I haven't woken up on time, so I'm like half awake right now. So I do apologize. What are 2 views? Rotating ODT and end of week? No, it's kind of just like dealers kind of positioning, like flip-flopping. But even on OPEX, it shows 5,000 being like the biggest one. Yeah, I need to go back to Taiwan to get some fucking jet lag in my system again. See what's pre-market low and supports and whatnot. Let's take a look at this. Obviously, we have this support here. And we have another support around this area. Do this one. Let's see if we get a higher low here, right? Very basic. Right? We broke this one, but the main one is, I think it's going to be this one right here. Excuse me. All right. So just overall exposure with no times expiry set. Right now, this one's set for till Friday, but if I go back to just today's, we'll see what it, yeah, it's a little bit messier. AOI already changed. AOI is going to flip-flop between, it's back at 49.85, I guess. But I do think it's more leaning, trying to get to 5,000 first. So I think the main play for the day to wait for is a potential 5,000 rejection. I think that's the main one for today. Yeah, it's more positive skew. Or it's leaning, I don't know, I forget if it's positive like this or not, but your mean is up here. So I do think the play for today is just going to be wait till we get to 5,000 and play the 5,000 rejection. Probably going to be the play for today. Likelihood of us hitting 5,000 seems very possible. De-adjusted also showing AOI here as 5,000. Just hope we get an increase in Vana or increase in vol, so that we do reject, because if we get a decrease in vol, we could reject, like fly right through 5,000, which is not a good thing. Rejected AOI at the open. What is this? This is 65, right? Yeah. Horizontal 65. Line in sand. It's kind of nice being at my own desk. I like using, like, how do I put it? Well, I like using a PC better than a Mac. Feels more normal. Low so far. I see this, but it's a very small move. Yeah, I think 5,000 would be the area to watch out for. VWAP plus low volume node on the 1 minute. What does it look like on bigger time frames, VP wise? A lot of trapped liquidity here. Let's see. NQ was in this area before, I know that. Trap liquidity still here. Okay. Yeah, I think today's one of those waiting days, right? We kind of talked about it last night, just not being a great setup, just given OPEX is at pretty much 5,000. So I do think waiting for 5,000 rejection is the most ideal play. You can long into 5,000, but that's not always a sure shot. better to wait for, because why? The gamma curve, right? The impact is more at the money, so it's not always a magnet. So best choice is to just wait for that to hit and then take. $84 people. Wow. At least ES and NQ today are kind of on par with one another. Same thing here. So at least today they aren't diverging. They kind of know the exact same thing. Yes, at 0.4, NQ at 0.5. All right. Rejected that 85. Why is it at 83? Oh. Got rid of my freaking... Man, I got rid of my freaking lines, bruh. 5,000. Divergence. Okay. 85 AOI. Line in sand is at 65. All right. This is good enough for now. I don't remember the rest of the labels. Safe place along ES84. Yeah, it seems like just like it's a waiting game for now. We'll see what. I do think it's obvious that dealers are positioned for 5,000, so that's why I'm kind of neutral. I don't really want to wait. I'd rather play the rejection of 5,000, especially if there's no pickups above. What does it mean when you say line in the sand? Line in the sand is basically the Gex flip, meaning that below that level is all negative exposure. Can use the Gex flip as support. Damn, the stupid emoji thing is in the way. Pickups. Can we get more? Can we get there without support from Mag 7 though? What is Mag 7? I only see headwinds for Apple and the rest. IWM is at the top of the range as well. Built-in market rubber bands might not allow such a move. Pickups and exposures past the Gex slip can accelerate the move downward, right? Yes. Let's go through some of these. Up 2% AMD, NVIDIA up 2%. Is it ripping though? Kind of, not really. Meta ripped. Tesla, shit stock. Google, down. AVGO, down. Microsoft, down. Apple, down. All right. Yeah, that's what I'd be watching for. Pick up a 5,000 to tap and then no pickups above, and I think we're fine for a short at 5,000. I do need to take a shit, so kind of want to take a shit right when we hit 5,000 so my shit indicator fucking works. You know what I mean? Since Negvon is AOI is 5,000, we're looking as input delta. As of right now, I want to say 5,000 probably as a 0.2. So that's probably acting, so it's negative above, right? Where's my little cheat sheet? Negative above. If IV increases, that becomes a magnet. If IV decreases, that becomes a repellent. But when we hit 5,000, there's the accelerant effect where it's where basically if it's negative Von exposure and we accelerate through it, to accelerate through it, we need a decrease in vol. That's why it's a little bit wonky when we get to 5,000. Just a waiting game for me personally. You could take the rejection at the AOI for shorts, but personally, I think there's, with that split divergence at 5,000, I think we do have a potential to tap it today. Yeah, I think waiting for 5,000 is the most ideal play. Just be patient with it, right? If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Keep in mind there is no catalyst today. I have a fucking meeting tomorrow with my tax guy. Shit, man, I'm not happy. I'm not excited. Thank you. Is 5,000 technically the mean? I don't know number wise what is the mean, but it's the meanest towards the upside. ES just made this, or SPX just made that gap. So scuffed. Trading in the US, so since it's with like SPX, it's 60% long term, 40% short term capital gains. So it's just, I don't know the exact number. So I just basically meet with a tax guy, show him the form from TOS that we get, like the tax, I think it's a 1099 tax form. And then he does all the paperwork. Does IV on the Dex chart assist with understanding IV will increase or decrease? Personally, that's not what I use. I use VIX. You can use that. You just have to remember the number in which like lowest vol point is. Yeah, I would use, if you want to understand IV more, I would just use VIX, right? Because if VIX goes up, that means vol is increasing. If VIX goes down, that means vol is decreasing. It's kind of like the basics of it. Excuse me. Oh, NQ broke that area, I think. Yeah. And it's so high. Yeah, it's pretty high. And like you get taxed total. You get taxed total, like basically like a little bit around 40% or higher of all capital gains. Also, this is why I always say trading is like a means to an end, guys. It's like you can't get a loan with trading. Like even if you have like 2 years of like consistent gains for 2 straight years and tax to prove it, you would just still get a high ass interest rate. So it's not like the thing is with trading, in my opinion, it's not sustainable. Like it's always going to be something more for the side and something for fun. Yeah, you can make a lot of money off of it, but it's still just a side thing, in my opinion. It's how you should treat it. So, why don't I decide to live in a no tax country? Because it's just I've always lived in California, so and lived in like I haven't moved out of my like childhood house since ever since I was born. Never had to move one time, so I call that lucky. But yeah, never had to move out of here. So it's for me, it's like this is my home. Maybe the most I thought about was potentially moving to the East Coast, but then even then, it's like all my friends are here, all my family is here. So for me to want to move somewhere else, and I'm close with my family, so it's not something for me to like want to move out to the East Coast. I wouldn't mind spending like a couple months there, but I would never move anywhere. Have I set up an S Corp LLC? No, I still trade under a personal. June, I do have a company account, but we stopped kind of playing with that one for a while. Just because data costs got way more expensive, so we can't really lose that money per se. If you guys, you know what I mean, where it's like, okay, if we put in that money, then it's how did from trading like in 2022 and 2023 I had like a crazy run in 2022, like a huge run, like 30,000 in like a matter of 3 weeks. Like I was full porting it because I had a job, so it's not like I really cared. Like my job covered all my expenses in 2022, so I wasn't really worried about anything. And the only expense I had was like I think it was a car payment at the time. I don't pay rent because I live at home. I feel like everyone knows this. I do live at home. Bro, I would love to open a Zen shop. But for those who don't know, in 2022, I snowballed like 30 grand in 3 weeks to like 250 grand. What I would do is I would trade for every Friday. So I would trade Monday through Thursday, make a good profit, and then and it is luck. Like for those who don't believe in luck, you can't have trading or you can't do well in trading without luck. No matter how you put it, like there's always going to be a little bit of luck in play. So it's like Monday through Thursday, I would build up a consistent green profit of like 10 grandish, and then I would full port 40 grand. So I went from 30 grand to 40 grand. I would full port 40 grand with a 10 grand stop loss, meaning I would be willing to lose all my profits for that week, right? Because no matter what, for me, if I lose everything that I made within the week, not a big deal. I still have my work to cover all my expenses. So I did the 40 grand with a 10 grand stop loss, and then I would full port it, and the stop loss didn't hit for 3 weeks straight. And then I went from 30 grand or from 40 grand to something like 76 grand, and then redid that process, would trade again, and then the Monday through Fridays profits would increase because the account's bigger. So it went from like 20 grand, so I would be at 96,000, and then I'd full port 96,000 with a 20 grand stop loss. So and those stop losses didn't hit for 3 weeks straight. For 3 Fridays straight, it ran. Then from 96,000, it went to like 180,000, and then once again, profits got bigger. So it went from 180 to 240, and then I would full port 240 with 60 grand stop loss, right? Yeah, it's definitely like ape behavior. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, and that's where it's like I understand my luck, right? And at a certain point, your luck runs out. But still, with that, you've learned. Yeah, of course. Like at the end of the day, is like weigh your pros and cons. Like trading isn't for someone who has bills to pay, who doesn't have income, like good income. Like I was making right out of college, I was still making 72,000 annual after taxes, so it wasn't that bad. Um, so for me, I kind of understood that, right? I was just saving my money, and then I'd save all my work money, and then just full port, whatever it was in the account with the stop loss, right? That's how I did it. I mean, everyone does it differently. So in the whole year of 2022, I basically did that over and over again with Gio's help, and then we flipped my account from like basically 30 grand in a matter of a year. It hit like $1.7 million just full porting every single Friday. But yeah, like I don't suggest doing that, but I always suggest weighing your pros and cons of your current situation. Is like look around at your situation, see what you can afford to lose, and then lose that, and then or be willing to lose that. That's the biggest one. Is like it's like ape behavior, but be smart with your situation. Once again, if you cannot afford to lose that kind of money that you have in your trading account, then you shouldn't be trading to begin with, unless you're okay losing it all. Yeah, I mean, we had ODT every single day, so it's not like it was a big deal. It'd be like, okay, I'm 30K count, size 5%, 1500 would hit 100% every single day. So it's easy to roll the profits from like 5 grand to 10 grand, from 10 grand to 20, 20 to 40 at a certain point once the account gets bigger. Yeah, 2022 was a good year. Like if you look back at 2022, let's just make this chart bigger, right? Just to show you guys. 2022 was much easier to read on SPX than anything else. So this is 2022, right? You could have easily, like $1,000 on most of these days could easily have turned to 10. And at the time, it was very easy to read. All you had to do was fucking buy puts and hold. Yeah, it's for those who don't know, it's like rolling your that comment. That was awesome here. Great job. Roll every dollar you make in the market. Yep. The scaling was the execution and the scaling in 2022 for me was done to absolute perfection. I also had Geo by my side. So it was a lot easier, right? I always say, and as jokingly or as gay that we or that we say shit is like homosexual or whatnot, it's true. Like Geo has changed my life. Like he has done so much for me that people would not believe. So that's why it's like no matter what, I have this guy's back. The only time I already told him, the only time I wouldn't have his back is if he cheated on, like if not cheated on me, like he fucked my girlfriend or fucked my wife or some shit. Like, like I'll be honest, that's about it. But other than that, like I'll always have his back. Even if he's fucking wrong, I'll have his fucking back. Like I'll jump into the fight with him. Like I don't care. And I stand by that. Like all of 2022. If I scale this to just 2022, right here. Till about right here. All these moves were so much bigger. You had such big days, right? Like this one right here. Like if I just take a measuring tool, this was a 70-point day, right? You take another one. This was a 126-point day from high to low. Like the moves were much bigger. Even these green days, 106 points. Green day, 160 points. Like it's just like it's wild. In comparison to now, like we have big moves, but these are all like 50-point moves. Like maybe 70 at max, like this one right here. 66 points. Like we had double the sizing in terms of the moves on intraday wise. So it was much easier to scale and, hold those positions. Holy shit, we have 98 people. We're at the AOI again. See what happens here. Once again, remember, I'm leaning towards more of a bullish side because we have that GEX divergence at 5,000. Holy crap, guys. Thank you for joining. 102 people. NQ just ripped for Hive Day. SPX just ripped for Hive Day. She is ripping up. What is CPI high on ES? Another 30 points to the upside. I wouldn't doubt that we fucking tap that today, like low key. Holy shit. When did you switch to look at exposures in your trading? I switched in like mid 2022. And then have been using it. So Gio was using it for the longest time, and he was manually doing it. And then he basically created the exposure model, right, for Apex. So for those who don't know, Apex Capital is the original one, the original company that Gio and I started with data, right? It was literally just gamma exposure and Vana exposure. That's it. And originally just gamma exposure. And we're charging like, I don't know, like $40 a month or some shit like that, just for gamma exposure, but it updated real time or every minute or so, I forget. It's been a while. 98 people and 3 likes. Thank you, Sir Ken. But yeah, so it's just interesting to see like I started using the exposure models in mid 2022, and then we released it in December of 2022, if I remember correctly. That was the first release of the website. Long-term plan is not to sell Traderlink. Bro, if long-term plan, like there is no long-term plan for Traderlink right now because the plan is to just keep growing. Like we want to grow, right? The whole point is to be able to show people how powerful this tool is and how it can absolutely change the way you view the market on a day-to-day basis. It's like people who haven't tried it will never understand, and they keep, and not only try it, but it's like they see it for the first time, but they don't take the time to learn it, right? You have now that, okay, when I think about it like this, think about it like this. When you were learning trading back then, you would watch all these YouTube videos. If you look up gamma exposure and Vaughn exposure, there's not that many videos, and if there are videos on gamma exposure, they're not that great. So then we curated these videos because we knew what was missing from it, from said videos that have been created. So then we created those videos, and even then, after creating the videos, people don't look it up. They look, they mostly want something quick money, right? Like the price magnet, which is the Apex AI, right? If we look I think we're about to even hit 90. Yeah. So even if, like, don't get me wrong, it works, but it doesn't teach you, right? Teaching it is, and learning it is the most important. So Apex AI price magnet. Like if you see this like from down here, that's still a 20 point, sorry, wrong tool. That's still a 20 point move from the low up to 90, right? So it's not like it doesn't work. It works still. It works, right? But people still don't understand, okay, how do I utilize the rest of the data to potentially get to this target, right? 5,005 and 5,025 are growing. Yeah, see, as we grow, I do think that keep in mind it's all minimal in comparison to this level, right? If you look at split, they're all very small in comparison to that 5,000. So remember I was saying Gex divergence. I do think we have a chance of going to 5,000 today because dealers are obviously positioned for 5,000. So once again, it's understanding the data. People don't take the time to learn it. It's like it can change the way you view the market, but yet people don't want to spend the time to learn how to really read it. And it's something as simple as, okay, positive exposures, support and resistance, right? Those are things that you can implement right away. All the stuff that I've shown you guys from the classes are stuff you can implement right away. Okay, AOI can be used as resistance. Look what happened, right? AOI was positive exposure, right? We came up, rejected it, right? These are just the basics. For divergences, yes, I focus on split. I don't really have any other recommendations for gamma exposure videos. I think the way that we teach it right now is probably the most ideal. In personal opinion, I think the other ways that people teach it aren't very clear because they tell you what they see, but they don't tell you, okay, you can potentially go short here. You can potentially long here, right? If you break above, then it'll act like support. So you can long the support. Like they don't tell you that type of stuff. That's the aspect of the videos that was missing in my opinion, where it's like, yeah, you have the probability of being wrong. But the whole point is like, what's the point of using the data if you're not even utilizing it to trade, right? So it's like, okay, I want to show you guys how to use the tool, where to take positions. AOI is area of interest, which is the highest exposure highest gamma exposure on net. So 90 just tapped, right? So this is what I mean. Like people, once again, just don't know how to utilize the Apex AI price target, right? It's understanding like, okay, we're probably going to magnetize towards that area, but they buy like right here. Like they'll buy at the open when they see it. And it's like, okay, do you bought at a freaking resistance, at the AOI resistance? Like, come on. Like why, if you knew how to use it and you watched some of the videos, then you would obviously know that this would be treated as resistance. So let's find a way to find a better entry. Yeah, if we break above, you can long it, right? But that's, once again, keep in mind, low R to R. This is only 5 points back up. So why not just wait for the rejection and then find some area, use your other strategies for entries. Thank you. I mean, the daily streams is something that, we really didn't want to have to do because it takes up a lot of time. Like if you guys look at the amount of time that I'm on here 2-3 hours every single day, right? And I have to wake up super early to get here or to do this. Well, today I'm at home, but usually I'm in the office. This is like the second day. Oh crap, deleted the wrong thing. This is literally like the second day I've been at home for streams all year, right? We know that I have not missed a single stream since then. Would a retest of 49.85 be? Yeah, because that would be act like support, right? The basics of it is, okay, positive exposure. If we're below positive exposure, it will act like resistance. So until we break up, so we came up, rejected it, but once we break up, right, it will act like support the next time. So then we should bounce and go up. Thank you. Thank you, DB. I really appreciate the comments or the compliments. But yeah, that's essentially like, it's like once you, well, guys, I'm telling you, and the people who have used it and have seen the way I use it is like, it works. Yeah, probability, no matter what, it's all a probability game. If the trade doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. But think about the stream. Think of a day. I can't think of a single day on stream where the analysis has missed. We said maybe, I said potential for 5,000, right? Once we get above 85 AOI. So it's like, and now you don't even, like, I'll be honest, I don't chart levels anymore. People always say like, oh, support and whatnot, right? They chart their supports and their resistances, but with this data, you don't have to do that anymore. I mean, thank you guys. Like we've been doing this for a month and a half already. So I would like to assume that things get better with time, right? So I do think support AOI will act like support here. That's just the pure basics of it, right? And if you think about like the basics of overall charting, it was the previous high, right? So then we kind of chopped around. So break above the previous or that high and then retest the previous high. Right? It's a lot of basics of trading that come into this where we're just understanding the basics and taking the time to watch it. Like yesterday, I'm learning this different strategy from one of my friends, and I didn't take a single trade off of it yesterday, but I sat in front of my computer for 2 hours watching his trade, seeing how it worked. Like um it's it's putting yourself in front of the screen, and even if you're not taking a trade, but seeing how that trade will work. So you don't have to take the trades with the data when you first jump into it, but at least watch it. Like spend the time, do the due diligence yourself. It's like I have my experiences, which is why I do what I do, and you can create your own experiences of the data. If you don't like it and it's not for you, that's not a big deal, right? I don't care. Then you can unsub, right? But at the same time, it's like I'm just showing you what helped me because I've been in the same shoes as everyone. I've been in the same shoes as every single trader. I lost 190,000 before, and before I turned my first profit. Right? It happens. Do you normally look for price action to confirm a level like a wick on the 1 minute? I use 5 minute and 15 minute closes for my confirmation, personally. Did I look into ICT? Yeah, but the shit was too long. Like all I know is liquidity. Like as of right now, when it comes to ICT, all I know is liquidity sweep, fair value gap. I just learned what a unicorn is yesterday. Um, so liquidity sweep, fair value gap. I don't even look for unicorns, so but I learned what it was yesterday. That's really it. Those are like the two most important things from like ICT. Liquidity sweep, fair value gap. Like if you want to learn ICT, there's one trader that I truly think is good for ICT, and it's Desi on Twitter. Oh, end order blocks. Yeah, yeah. When did you figure out it was better for you to be one and done kind of trader? When I realized every trade like afterwards that I took just went to absolute dog shit, like after the first one. Literally, like every single trade I take after the first one always goes to dog shit. So it's like at a certain point, it's like take your win, walk the fuck away. Unicorn selling decision. ICT not a must-have when you have a geo trading strategy. True. Yeah, if you're looking for if I ever recommend a trader, that's because I trust them. I think if you're looking for one ICT trader to follow, I'd follow Desi. Yeah. He's good. Mixing his style with the data also wouldn't be a bad idea. He 5,000 level. I agree. Learning this method and seeing the price action at key X levels made this. Yeah, it's like once you utilize the data, you cannot go back. It's like even if you have a previous strategy beforehand and you use this data and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna unsub and not use the data. You feel naked. Like you feel like your pants are down and you're in front of 1,000 people. You're like, okay, like then in the back of your head, it's like, our dealers kind of positioned, like where are the dealers positioned? Blah, 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 blah. Are the dealers actually, like, do they actually want this to go up? But it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's for the same thing for me. So even when the data goes down for me, it's like, okay, I'm like fumbling. I'm fumbling to look. And then so I just go to the Discord. But since we have like screenshots come up every minute, but yeah, I start fumbling without the data. Yeah, once you get the data and you use it, it can't be unused, man. Like, it's almost like a drug. How's NQ looking? It's looking all right. Oh, Microsoft flipped green. Remember it was red earlier? Apple still shitting bricks. Amazon looks stronger. AVGO flipped green. It was slightly red earlier. Google flipped green. Meta up fucking 2%. Nvidia up 2%. Tesla, fuck you Tesla. Still hate that stock. AMD up fucking 3% today. Yeah, fucking wild. How to spell Twitter you follow? Let me find his Twitter. Desi's a homie too, so if you follow him, just tag him and be like, hey, I know you would Sheentrades. I know you quotation marks would, and then tag me. This is Twitter. Would you say 80 is support now? 85 would act like support here. right? We're falling back to this 85 AOI, so we'll see if it acts like support. Then at this point, what I do is I flip to the 5-minute, see if we get a hold below or a close below. See, 5-minute tap. Yeah, I posted his Twitter right here in the chat. It's under Sheentrades. Like I'm on my own. Like you'll see me talking. I'm like the only person. Sheentrades. I posted his Twitter. 5-minute held. This one doesn't look like it. Holy shit, it's already 7:40. I'm gonna end the stream around 8 o'clock today because I have to go into the office. So then maybe we'll do I don't know, a power hour stream. I don't fucking know. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel and if there's nothing else. I have Traderlink finding their methodology is less comprehensive with less usable groups. One suggestion though that they have, it's really helpful, is being able to see the difference over time at a strike level. So yeah, so that's historical data. So we've been waiting for that. Basically what we want to do is if you look at the dashboard, it'll have like sort of like a time rotation, like a little drag where you can kind of drag through. That's something we've always wanted to implement, but once again, right, everything is slowly how do I put it? Everything is more so we only have Mitchell coding. So everything has to go one by one with what's on our like priority list, right? Within our like pipeline as a company, it's like everything has to go by what's currently on there and what needs fixing needs to be done first. And once that happens, then we can move on to the next one. Look at all this positive delta being built up. Yeah, 5 minute didn't hold that. Geo codes, but very like he doesn't know enough about coding to sort of jump in. But he codes very like he coded the original one. He played or yeah, he coded the original one. Like the Greek exposures is with him working with our other programmer at the time. Hopefully we'll be able to go back and test those or and view all that. No problem. Nice pickup. How do I pronounce that? Richone? Ricone? See what happens here. Good. You always have to pay for action. You always have a way for price action, I guess, because I'll take an entry. Not really specific. I do think this will act like resistance now. Ah. Yeah, I would wait. Today's just not one of those days where it's very mixed, so I don't really like any of the trade setups. Once again, wouldn't be a bad idea to sit out today. Excuse me. Flip to ES here so I can see more. Guys, I really gotta take a shit low key. Fuck. Seriously. Slow ass day, guys. Just one of those days. Wait, you know what? Put City coming. Both NQ and ES right on VWAP right now. I forget that I always switch to this one just because there's nothing on it, and that's just how I prefer it. But sometimes it's like when I need the information, like VWAP right there, right? Also VP, I'm pretty sure is a low volume node. Yeah, if I remember correct. I did remember. Bro, I'm like LeBron and his tape, bro. But yeah, I had a feeling that that was because we looked at this earlier, so I remembered there being a low volume node around here. This one's for ES. This chart here is for NQ. Flip this. There we go. Yeah, it's just sloppy. Guys, you know what's funny? It's like, you look at yesterday. Ow, fuck. Oh, I just kicked my PC, like the little leg stand. Ooh, that hurt like a motherfucker. Okay, now we flip back to the other clean chart. Something to point out is like, you know the differences between, so this is a positive environment. You know, you have your little down, up, down, where it's like, okay, guess what? You hit here, dealers sell. You hit here, dealers bought. You hit here, dealers sold, right? They're buying the dips and they're selling the rips. Versus like here, this is yesterday, where you have a move like this, where it's so, where the moves are so directional. Dealers are selling with the price action. Dealers are buying with the price action, right? I hope you guys can kind of spot the differences. This is usually like, I used to like trading in like negative exposure environments, but like it's hard to say something, you know, they're both different. They're both so different. So it's like kind of seeing that we're in a positive one right now, right? Since this morning is you can kind of get a gauge of like, okay, this is probably going to be slow move or slow moving, right? Um until we break that line in the sand, then I don't think we get directional moves. But if we break the line in the sand with no pickups, I don't doubt that we go right back up. So just something to keep in your head. And Q probably gonna take out this low. I wouldn't. I'm gonna flip back to this one. No one else but me. Absolute snore. Huh? At least, you know, gotta, you guys kind of understand it. So what did we go over today? Overall microstructure, potential for the Gex divergence at 5,000. Brain farting. What else is there? Fuck, my brain isn't working. What the hell? Low volume node, I guess, as support. I don't really know. I don't even remember. I don't remember what happened in the last hour and a half. My brain is melting. Low volume node. All I know is I gotta take a shit. Yes, about to take out. I should just stay on this one. I hate having to flip back and forth. Left you hurting. The process of learning. Does it flush this low? I don't think so. I don't know. I have very... Oh, wow. Look at where we bounced yesterday's high. That's pretty fucking funny. All right, guys. I gotta get ready. Head into the office. If anything, we'll do a... I don't know, maybe a power hour stream, I guess. But as for right now, I'm gonna close the stream. Oh, imagine I say... Yeah, you did say that, Los. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna cut the stream off. Thank you for tuning in, and I will upload the class from yesterday. I have to find it. Documents, Zoom. I'll do that right now, and then I'll send out the link. YouTube, switch account, switch to the Apex one. 1,000 subscribers flat, baby. Let's go. Your channel, is that what it is? No, your videos. And we can close out this one. Go to, how do I upload? Create 213 was yesterday. Perfect. Bro, 4.9, 498,000 gigs. thumbnail, desktop, miscellaneous, Traderlink, this logo. Okay, no, it's not made for kids. Show more. Take out all these. Allow embedding, known. Do not allow audio remixing. Comments on. Next. Public. Publish. Okay. So that's uploaded. And yeah, so just check the video or check the YouTube, and then it'll be uploaded there. How do I do this? Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Time to end the stream. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning or later today. If I do a PM stream or a power hour stream, I will send out a notification. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, keep